Today we're going to do a walk around with my 2007 Dodge Ram 3500, the 5.9 Cummins turbo diesel. Just got the truck not that long ago. I've only had it for about 6 weeks or so haven't done a whole lot to it. The truck was lifted when I bought it, so that's about the only thing done to the truck so far. As you can see, this is the truck. The Dodge paint color on this truck, I don't know how well you can see it with the light. The sun's really bright today. But it is mineral gray metallic. As you can see, it's in really nice shape. No paint fade or anything. The lift kit this truck has is a rough country 5-inch. It comes with the N 2.0 nitrogen shocks, as you can see. I added the Top Gun custom, well, you can see that. I added the Top Gun custom control arms to it. These are adjustable control arms. Try to push the tires out from the wheel well. I don't know if you can see that or not, but used to hit right there. Right there. So try to fix that problem. Also, I installed a Zone Off-Road 1-inch bumper spacer kit. It's got a little more gap than I originally wanted it to. Probably should have went with like a 1/2-inch spacer. But for the time being, it'll work. As you can see, the fender liner sticks out. You can see the gap right there, how it sticks out. But what was happening is the tires were rubbing this bolt right here. So these tires are 37 12 50 20s. These are diesel wheels, go figure. But yeah, these are 20x10. I believe they're -22 offset. I'm not sure of the back spacing on them. They were hitting the cab, and of course I move them forward a little bit, so now they hit the bumper. But let you see the inside of the truck. As you can see, the door panels, everything's in really good shape. Driver's seat, no tears in the seat. Seats are in really nice shape. Console's in really nice shape. Passenger seat looks really good. Don't mind my phone charger. So yeah, as you can see, the truck was really well cared for. It's got the overhead console, but no sunroof. No sliding rear window, power otherwise. I'll tell you what's special about this truck to me, if you notice, all you guys that are familiar with 3rd gen Laramies, this is usually where the knob is for the transfer case. This truck does not have that. This truck has the floor shifter, the old school floor shifter for the transfer case, which is really nice. I really like that. And it also has the organizer in the center. A lot of these 3rd gens that have a pull down cup holder and they don't have this organizer right here, so that was really nice too. That was a really nice thing about this truck. The only bad thing about the truck, I wouldn't say bad thing, but inconvenient thing about the truck, is it does have the power pedals. Of course there's a car going by. It does have the power pedals, which is unfortunate because anybody that does anything with EFI Live knows that typically on these 3rd gen trucks, this is where they mount the DSP switch for the EFI Live, so it'll probably have to go up here, which brings me to my next point, and that is that this truck is stock. I mean, this truck has a straight pipe exhaust. It's got a factory intake. The transmission has been rebuilt. For anybody in the Central Florida or maybe even somewhat Northern Florida area, it was rebuilt by Tim Moy Transmissions out of Lutz. Tim Moy Transmission is really well renowned in these parts. He's a really well known transmission builder. So I mean, everything has been kept up with, maintenance has been done. So that was the main reason the higher mileage didn't bother me. Truck's got about 200,000 miles on it, and for an 07 that's a little high. Not bad, but it's a little high. As you can see, it has the tow mirrors on it, but they are flipped in, not out, because I'm not a douchebag. A little more old school, so I kind of prefer more sidewall and less wheel. I know that's kind of rare nowadays, but you actually prefer a little more of the monster truck look and a little less of the big wheel look. So I'll probably do that. I'll probably run some 20x12s. I think they're like a -44 offset. Keep the same lift. This lift, I know it's a rough country, but you know, a lot of people will tell you, oh, it's a rough country lift, the ride quality's in the name. That's not true, at least not in my experience. This truck drives straight down the road. It rides nice. I have no complaints. I've had other people that drive lifted trucks, that have had lifted trucks in the past, drive this truck, and it's just, they all talk about how unbelievable the ride is and how the truck just tracks straight down the road, and it's just, you know, it's just really nice. And I know it's a drop bracket kit, and it's not a BDS or a Carly or a Thurin or nothing like that, but you know, I mean, those kits are $2,000 and this kit's like $800. So we are going to do a cold start video, and then so I'm gonna put the camera down, fire the truck up. It's Florida cold, you know, it was like 40 something degrees yesterday or last night. It was in like the upper 40s here in Central Florida. Right now it's probably in the mid 70s, so you know, not cold by a lot of people's standards, but for Florida it was cool last night. So I'm gonna set you guys up over here. We'll do a cold start on the truck, and then we'll get on the road and we'll talk about some of the plans for the truck and kind of give you guys an intro into the channel. Alright guys, so we're back in the truck. As you can hear, straight pipe is extremely loud. For somebody just looking for some cheap sound, that's definitely the way to go. As you can hear, it's really loud. I live in a kind of a small neighborhood, so I don't want to rev it up too much. Later on, I'll put the suction cup on the GoPro and we'll stick it on the side of the truck and drive around. That way you guys can hear it outside. Again, you know, I live in a small neighborhood, so we're gonna try not to piss the neighbors off on the first video anyway. So as you can see, now I got the truck started. The truck's got, if you can read that, 199,356 miles. So basically 200,000. And like I said, go get my hair cut. So kind of fill you guys in on the way. You know, I'm only turning 1,500 RPM, 1,600 RPM. It's 65 or so, but man, the drone is just unbelievable. It, you know, it rattles the dash, and you know, it just rattles the truck. It's just too much. Anyway, just starting into the channel. Like I said, you know, this is my first video. I'm gonna try to get this going. Channel name CenFlo Diesel. You know, I got diesel trucks. Personally, I own 3 diesel trucks. So if you guys were wondering, that other truck in the driveway is also mine. It's not my dad's or my brother's or nothing like that. That is also my truck. There's another diesel truck that I own, but I'm gonna kind of keep that one on the sidelines. I'm gonna keep you guys in the dark about that one. That's more of a project anyway. So you know, we'll do some covering on that probably after the holidays. Just want to cover some things. So as far as the channel goes, guys, you know, I'm just gonna try to make a channel that, you know, it's for your everyday guy. You know, most people are not concerned with how fast their truck goes down the strip or anything like that. And not to say that I'm not going to do some drag racing, because we absolutely are going to do some drag racing on this channel. It's just, I don't have a designated drag truck. I probably won't ever have a designated drag truck. All my trucks are for the street. In my opinion, it's just more fun. You know, if you got a truck that's fiberglass body, all caged, you know, not street legal, it's just not as much fun to me. You know, I like to drive my stuff up and down the street, you know, streets of Mexico, of course. One day if the channel gets big enough and you guys want a race truck, then we'll build a race truck. I mean, I'm not against it. It's just where I'm at in my life right now. As far as like a hot street truck, like we'll have plenty of those, somewhere in the 1,000 horsepower range or so. You know, we'll definitely be in that ballpark for sure. You know, I do have some experience mostly with the common rail trucks. You know, like I said, the other truck in the driveway, that was my first diesel truck. That's an 06. We'll do another video on that truck. You know, we'll go over everything on that truck. But like I said, this truck is pretty much stock. We'll dyno this truck. That's kind of the reason why I wanted to get a truck that was pretty stock, because I do want to dyno this truck. I do want to show you guys, you know, what an intake makes horsepower wise compared to stock. There's a dyno not too far from me. It's actually the one, if you follow Cletus McFarland, it's actually the one that Cletus McFarland goes to. The guy's Proven Power over in Tampa. I've been dealing with those guys for probably 10 years or so. You know, I just want the channel to be, you know, modifications for the street.
you know, a lot of people talk about 200% overs or 250s or bigger. I think they go all the way up to a 500% over now. There's some people running those. That's just a monster injector. I mean, you know, unless your truck is purpose built for something like that, that's just way too much for the street. I mean, I've ridden in a couple trucks with 200% overs or 250% overs back when I was looking at getting injectors, and they're just they just smoke like crazy. There's no way to tune it out of them. You know, it's just too much fuel. Like, you just can't tune around that. I mean, you turn those injectors, you turn the pulse width all the way down, turn everything all the way down to try to keep it as clean as you can, and they still haze like crazy. So, I mean, you know, we'll go over parts. You know, I'm not sponsored or anything, so everything I tell you guys is, you know, either from my experience or people that are more in the know than I am. So we're gonna dyno a lot of parts that we get. You know, again, this truck is stock, so, you know, I'm gonna show you guys what the stock truck does. I mean, I know it's got a built transmission, so it will lay the power down a lot better than somebody that has a stock transmission. That's for sure. You know, triple disc converter is just light years better than what came with it from the factory, especially with a shift kit. You know, this is my daily driver, so this truck is going to be for, you know, all the modifications are going to be based on this truck being on the street. You know, if I hook a trailer to it, it'll pull it. No problems there. I don't want high EGTs or anything like that. We're gonna probably end up getting a trans cooler at some point. For those of you that don't have a triple disc or have never, you know, owned a truck with a built transmission, especially in Florida, or if you live maybe out west or somewhere where it gets around 100 degrees in the summertime, those transmission temps can get well into the 200s. The factory trans cooler just can't do it. So, I mean, you know, we'll definitely have to address some things like that. Like I said, I do have two other trucks. One of them you saw briefly in the driveway. Sorry, this road's kind of rough, but we'll go over that truck at a later time. I want you guys to comment, see if you can figure out what you think the other truck is. The only hint I'm gonna give you is you've seen what two of my trucks are, so you could probably guess what the make is of the other one, or at least what the drivetrain is of the other truck. So, you know, comment, see if you can figure out what the other truck is. And like I said, probably the next few weeks or so, I'll do a walk around in the project truck, and which is what I'll refer to it as, so I don't slip up and tell you guys what it is. Essentially, I have 3 different builds going on, so it'll be kind of cool. I think we got something for everybody. And, you know, I hope this kind of gives you guys an idea of what the channel is going to be about. You know, like I said, there will be some drag racing and things like that later on. Right now, I got to get some other stuff together. You know, it's the holidays, so everything's slow in the holidays. You got family functions, you got to buy people stuff. It just, you know, it's hard to buy yourself stuff when you're buying for other people. I mean, let me know what you guys want to see. You know, again, I will get to the blue truck. It probably won't be in the next video or two, but I will get to the blue truck, so we will go over that truck. I will get to the project truck without, you know, stretching that out too far. But we do have some modifications coming for this truck. I'm waiting on a call from Thurin Fabrication. I got to talk to them and see if there's any way I can make these 37s work without the bumper spacer. The bumper spacer does what it's supposed to do. They don't hit, they do clear. I mean, for $35, I think is what I paid for that. You know, to be able to turn into a parking lot and not rub your front bumper. I mean, yeah, you know, it's a good fix for the time being, but I'm probably not going to leave it that way. I don't like the way the fender liner, there's a gap, you know, I don't like that. So probably not going to leave it like that, but for the time being, it'll work. If you like the video and you're interested, you know, again, comment, let me know what you guys want to see if I didn't answer all your questions. There's a lot to come with this truck. This truck is basically a clean slate, so we are going to be rolling with this truck. There probably will be a mod, at least one pretty good size mod for the end of the year. There's some things we got to do on the blue truck, so we'll jump right into the blue truck. And then of course the project truck, well, it's a project, so a lot of you guys probably figured out it needs a lot. So we'll jump into the project and show you guys where we're headed with everything, give you guys kind of a rundown, kind of like I did with this truck, you know, tell you what I'm trying to do. Any information you guys want, like real world information that you guys want on any of the 3 trucks, just let me know. You know, and I'll do the best I can to cover it for you guys, you know, to let you guys know what my setup's doing, or if you're doing something different, or however. So if you guys like the video, like, subscribe, comment, you know, let me know what you guys want to see, you know, what you didn't like about the video. Again, be gentle, it's my first video. You guys take it easy. Like I said, I probably won't make it another video until after Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving, enjoy the time with your families, and we'll see you guys later.